I'm Blair, and welcome back to Blair in Belgrade TV. I'm an American that has been living in Belgrade, Serbia for the last 2.5 years. In today's topic, I want to talk about how to make friends and find community as a Black woman living in Serbia. Let's get started. Serbia, it's a collective society. And if you're an American coming to Serbia, it's not this hyper individualistic, everyone's on their way to work, you don't have time to meet people and you have to schedule a brunch or lunch 2 weeks from Thursday type of society. If you want to meet with people, it is very easy. You go outside, you can meet people at the grocery store, you can meet people when you're shopping, you can meet people when you're going for a walk along Belgrade waterfront, which has a beautiful 5-kilometer walk, a pedestrian walk. You can meet people at work, you can meet people at the bar. It is very easy to meet people, and many people, they don't go out by themselves, but like me, if you're coming here alone, you have to go out. You have to go out, show your face, friendly to people. I would have to say Serbs are probably the most friendliest people. Sometimes they don't look like it because people are not walking smiling like me. I've learned I smile too much because I'm just so happy, but people are genuinely friendly. So if you come here like myself and you're single and it's just like, okay, I want to make friends, be very intentional, but you have to spend time outside. And it's really pushes yourself, especially if you are alone, to go out, and you don't have to be scared or intimidated because people will be happy if you talk to them. If not, and you're like me, I stand out as a Black woman, many people approach me, man, woman, kids, and they ask, oh, where are you from? What brought you to Serbia? Why are you here? And they ask genuinely and curiously, not with any type of racial undertones or why are you here? And there has been some cities where I live, it's just those questions have some microaggressions, why are you here? And even with some foreigners, it's why are you here? It's how are you here? But no, Serbs are very genuine and very friendly. How to make friends with locals and with foreigners. First, abroad for the last 10 years, Facebook groups have been such a lifeline because us foreigners, especially Americans, we tend to gravitate towards those groups because we want community, we have a bunch of questions, navigating a society, we may not speak the language. Facebook groups are so important. So join the Expats in Belgrade, Expats in Serbia, and there's quite a few Facebook groups where you will connect with other foreigners. And people ask all types of questions. I've asked all types of questions. In all the cities I lived around the world, whether it was Istanbul, Almaty, Bangkok, Singapore, I've joined those Facebook groups and connected with many foreigners, and I got really critical information, where can I find a gynecologist? Or where can I buy plantains? Or how can I set up a business? So Facebook groups are essential, and they don't only just have foreigners, but they also have locals. Now, again, most people spend their time outside. It's winter time, it's officially December, and it's really amazing how many people spend time outside, whether it's cold or hot, and the summer was quite hot. So with locals, especially with friends, after spending a couple of months, I say give yourself 6 months to a year of really socializing, networking, putting yourself out there, and when you meet people, exchange WhatsApp or Viber. Those are the two most popular apps that people use to communicate. Go out for drinks, ask people out for lunch, and really nurture and build that relationship. I have to say that I'm really happy I have 2 solid friends, one foreigner who's also in business and is very well connected. So once you have someone that's a friend and also really well connected, they'll make other introductions. That's really the best way to make really good friendships. And a local who's also in the creative space like myself, an entrepreneur, and she's amazing, and she's lived also an international life. So after 2.5 years, I won't say I have a huge group of friends, but I know that any of the setbacks I've had, especially here, my friends have been so incredibly helpful and supportive. What makes Serbia very different from, I guess, the hyper individualistic capitalist society. If you have any hardships, as a foreigner, you can lean on your friends to help you because you're not alone. We all know, at least outside the US, in life by themselves. So if you're coming here alone and you don't have a husband, you don't have family to lean on, your friendships are kind of the closest thing you have to family. So it's important to have those solid friendships where you invest the time, your talent really in. So have friends and be really, really intentional, because being alone and isolating yourself, it will make your time as an expat very difficult. Finding community. So once you have those friends, you should also simultaneously work on finding community. And how do you do that? Outside of those Facebook groups, finding community can be through a religious community, it can be through shared values or shared hobbies. There's like running groups, there are arts and crafts groups, there are many other types of groups, but it's important you find community. For me, I'm part of a religious community that I pray with weekly. We have to celebrate holidays together, and that's how I meet other locals and other foreigners. So it's really, really beautiful to be part of a community. And my community has helped me a lot. Settle here, navigate here. It's amazing. So aside from your friends, you really do need to be part of something bigger than yourself, and that's a community. And once you have that community, it's important to give back, whether it's your time, it's your talent, it's your money. That's one thing I really appreciate about Serbia or outside the US. Like, it is very easy to build community because everyone has a life outside of their work. And since I live in the city center, my community is like not too far a walk from me. I can walk everywhere. I have people's numbers. I have a spiritual leader. So it's really, it makes a whole difference in your life, a quality of life, when you have a community that you can lean on, that you can rely on, and that you can give back to. So find that community if you're a foreigner. I want to make another point. Because I'm a Black woman and I stand out, no one makes it a big deal that I'm a Black woman. I mean, I'm American. People tease me about being American. Whether it's events, dinners, lunches, I'm the only Black woman. But I don't have to think about that because people see me as an American. I stand out more as American versus as a Black woman. So what's lovely about living in Serbia is, yes, you stand out, but not because you're Black. That's the way you stand out in your spaces. And it's really nice to not have to think about your race. Be part of professional groups. Now, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm also a creative. I have my own company. So there's American Chamber of Commerce, British Chamber of Commerce. There's actually a lot of chambers of commerce here. There's internations. There are meetup groups. There are many other like foreign professional business groups. So if you are a business owner or a professional, definitely there are international chapters and groups. Oh, there is a Rotary Club here as well. So be intentional about being part of different professional organization or private member clubs. National Women's Club, they have chapters around the world. I remember I went to some events when I was in Istanbul. They have a group here. And if you have the friendships, you have the community, join professional organizations or organize your own events. The way I made myself, I guess my mark in the city, is organizing afternoon tea parties. Any city I've gone to, I've had these beautiful afternoon tea parties where I organize local and expat women in business and entrepreneurship and investing to meet over afternoon tea. So if you can't find community, make your own community. Put yourself out there. Advertise and promote what you want to do on those Facebook groups. And trust me, people will be very excited. They'll tell their friends. And that's how I've been able to make friends and to build community, because if you don't see what you want, then create it. And Serbia is a wonderful space where you can actually create and build your ideas. Learning the language, cultural customs, and certain etiquette. Now in Serbia, most people do speak English, and I got away with just speaking English for like a year and a half. But it is nice if you at least make an effort to learn the language. So learning like Dobar dan, Dobro veče, kako si, people really appreciate that. And since it's Cyrillic and Latin, it's very different from other Romance languages. It will make your life much more easier if you actually learn the language. So there are tutors, there are schools, there are online teachers, in-person tutors. I say learn the language. And every day, Monday through Friday, I go on TikTok Live, and my followers actually help me learn Serbian. I have a book, I have a notebook, so you can get creative of how you want to learn the language. Also, with cultural etiquette, people here are very blunt. So if you're going to ask someone, oh, do I look fat, or do you like my outfit, people will tell you the truth. You cannot be sensitive, so just grow some thick skin. But it's good for people to be blunt. I've learned that as an American, because what is the point of just being, lying to people? So people will tell you the truth. And it's refreshing, actually, to be in a society where you know where you stand with people. No one's going to pretend. They're going to be like, it is what it is. And Serbians have a very dark sense of humor. So that's another thing. When people joke or tell a dark joke, don't be surprised. Just go with it. So it will help you really to understand Serbian people and society, that deepen your friendships and to find community. All right, definitely share in the comments section below, like, what are your thoughts about finding friendships and building community, and how foreigners can really fit into Serbian society. Let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.